Here's what you need to know about Anne Lister. She was a goddamn badass. Gentleman Jack is set in 1832 West Yorkshire, England, and tells the very true story of the androgynous and, at the time, unusual Anne Lister. The character, who is played brilliantly by Suranne Jones, is also considered to be one of the first fairly open gay women during the 19th century in England. Now you can imagine how difficult that would have been to navigate, especially in 1832, a time when the word lesbian barely existed at all. But Lister remained unforgivingly herself and kept an extraordinarily detailed account of her life in the form of her coded diary. In an interview with Vanity Fair, Sally Wainwright, the show's creator, revealed that Lister's diary stood at 5 million words, 27 volumes with 300 pages in every volume. In fact, her diaries are so vast that after their discovery in 1988, they continue to be decoded today. One of the things that Anne Lister writes in detail about is her many relationships with women over the years, some of whom were married. Gentleman Jack takes place after her string of affairs and heartbreaks, when Lister is at the age of 41 and looking to settle down. Because Lister aligned herself more with the men of society than the women, she begins looking for a wealthy woman to make her wife, as many of the men of that time tended to do. It is then that she comes across Anne Walker, played by Sophie Rundle in the series. Now, I knew nothing of Anne Lister before watching Gentleman Jack, and even then it took me some time to realise that she was a character grounded in history, but watching the portrayal of her relationship with Anne Walker on the show has given me an obsession to find out more on the pair. Now, what I think is important for audiences watching this show to remember is that Anne Lister isn't necessarily the most likeable character. Her pursuit of Anne Walker begins entirely because she is looking only for a wealthy family to be a part of. Anne Lister puts her interests above anyone else's. That is until she begins to fall for Miss Walker. For me, this is when I truly became hooked on Gentleman Jack. Watching the progression of Lister from a worldly, slightly up herself woman into someone beginning to fall in love for the first time allowed me to really care for her character. And the same can be said of Anne Walker's character. Watching her change from a scared and timid woman into someone unafraid and headstrong had me realize how good these two were together, and how they were able to complement one another perfectly. Another aspect of the show I enjoyed was how supportive Lister's family was of her lifestyle, something that was apparently true in Lister's real life. Anne Lister lived with her aunt and uncle and shared a close bond with both of them. She also has a sister who she fights with constantly, but also protects fiercely. Seeing this inclusive and supportive family unit in a show that is set over 150 years ago, and knowing that it is based in history, gave me an immense amount of hope for the LGBT community going forward. All in all, Gentleman Jack is without a doubt a series that is definitely worth a watch. And if you aren't able to watch the series, at least give Anne Lister's name a Google. She is such an interesting and kick-ass woman who deserves to be known more widely than she is today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Remember to go ahead and give this video a like if you like what you saw, and hit subscribe to see more LGBT content from me. Otherwise, as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye!